my name is Rebecca, never Becky, and today on my channel, I got new hair. And honestly, guys, I don't know if I like it. I want it to go long, so I'm definitely happy with the length. I'm definitely happy with the curl pattern, but this color, guys, I almost had a heart attack putting this in my head because I just never had color this loud and just this color. It was just a lot. I know I'm probably being extra. It's probably not as bad in my mind, but you guys let me know if this color was like thumbs up, try this again, or was this a thumbs down, don't do it again. Let me know in the comments, guys. Leave me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You know, if you liking the hair, just let your girl know. I'm gonna go ahead and get straight into this simple glam makeup look with you guys tutorial. I am so happy to be back. I'm just feeling in a better mood, so excuse my overexcitement. Let's just get into this video. So before I get started in this video, I want to share my foundation with you guys, from the most expensive to the least expensive that's in my foundation shades. That might be able to help you guys figure out what your shades are, or if we are the same shade. Hopefully this was a little bit of a help for you guys, because I am getting the questions, what shade am I in? And I haven't told you guys, and I'm so sorry. Don't know why. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know that I have NARS. This is a natural radiant long wearing foundation. I have this one in Macau. I also have another foundation from NARS in Macau. So these are, I know it looks so different in the bottles, but they're the exact same. This one I just have had for a long time, and it just sits a lot, so it did that. I have Maybelline that is in 355. I still to this day, when I'm just like on the go, I grab this still. So to me, price point doesn't matter. I have Too Faced Born This Way. I have it in Chestnut. I love, 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 love this foundation. I can buy this over and over and over and over and over and never get tired of it. It's a good foundation for me. I personally like it. I want to say medium to oily skin, so it helps me not be oily. I don't like to look oily. I see that a lot, unfortunately, and I don't like to look like that. So I make sure that my foundations are pretty much, you know, gonna be matte foundations, or at least, you know, dewy is fine. I'm just not big on dewy, because I feel like once I sweat in San Diego, I'm sweating, okay? This is not even dewy, it's just sweat. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to Black Radiance, and this is the cheapest foundation that I do own, and I believe this was this was like $5, guys. So this was $5, and I wear the color, sorry, it's somewhere on this bottle. I wear the color Cashmere in Black Radiance foundation. I do like the applicator. I mean, I'm not a super big fan of it, but I do like it. It's something I don't have. It's like a little spatula. I like it. It's so different, right? Like, so different. I like it. I will say this is a little bit, even though this was like one of their, I want to say lightest, almost lightest colors. There were like maybe 5 shades when I went. Maybe there's more, I'm not aware, but there were only 5, maybe 4 shades. And they were like, this was the lightest, everything else was dark. I did like that, but I also felt that this color was a little more on the redder side for me. And so I don't know if I could really use this again, because it's really, the undertones are really, really red. And mines are more like neutral golden color. That's kind of like where my skin tone is. So I went ahead and added my foundation. I also went ahead and added some concealer. You know your girl gets tired, so I wanted just to add a little bit, not too much. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my little damp beauty blender, and I'm gonna blend it out just ever so slightly. And you guys know that this is gonna create some highlighting in my eye. It's also gonna give me some definition, so it doesn't look plain. So let me actually back up there. So the reason, if you guys are still like on the fence about concealer and if you should be purchasing it, absolutely you should, because you just want depth. You want that definition back in your face. So make sure that you're creating that, because you know I need to, because my eyes just sink in when I'm tired. So that's what I'm doing. I'm blending out my concealer underneath my eyes, and I'm gonna go ahead and move on to contouring, guys. I know everyone loves the contour game, right? My contour color, and I'm gonna just drag my brush on the tip of this, and I'm gonna go ahead and start molding my face. I'm gonna start right here on the bridge of my nose, and I'm gonna go up into the eyes as well. Just taking my time, there's no need to rush. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking my time to create these lines, and I'm gonna go up underneath the brow, not all the way. We're just gonna go slightly half the way. You're gonna blend all that out, so there's no need to get all up in those brows, right? So I'm just gonna do that. Again, just making sure my lines are sharp. I'm liking where it's going. Okay. Try not to make your lines too thick. You can always blend it out, but try not to. It'll just save some time if you kind of get it right the first time. I'm gonna go ahead and start blending underneath my eyebrow. And again, you guys have seen me do this now. So I'm kind of moving a little bit faster, but hopefully you guys are following along. So now that I'm done with that, I'm gonna go back in with my brush. I am using my Morphe S26 to blend out my contour on my nose. I really love this brush for this, because it gets into the grooves of my face, and I clearly have a lot of grooves. So I'm gonna do that right up in here. What I am gonna do, again guys, I'm so sorry, and this brush is amazing. I'm gonna get another close look at this brush. You can see how it's not too big, not too fluffy, and I'm just gonna take this brush and begin to work in this darker shade, which is my contour color, and I'm just gonna start with the cheek and just make sure that I'm blending up. I'm not blending down. I have high cheekbones, and I have like cheek dimple dips, whatever this is. My cheekbones give me dips into my face. So what I'm doing is I'm staying within there. So I feel like everyone knows their face, and wherever you feel comfortable bringing that color in, you want to bring it down a little bit more, give it a little more detail in your face, go for it. I'm gonna bring mine up into my hair. When I start to go on this perimeter, I am now blending outwards towards the hair, and when I'm on my cheeks, I go upwards, so you can see that I'm blending upwards onto my cheeks, and then I blend against where the hair is being, you know, where your hairline is, so I blend out that way. And that's what I'm gonna do on the perimeters of my face. Just make sure I take that color straight into that hairline. Okay, we don't want to be able to see any harsh lines, so we're just gonna take that color, again, blend it up or against into the hair, so we can't find those lines. No one wants to be able to see those lines. So when you're thinking about contouring, always think about how can they not see the aggression in these lines. Make sure you have a good blending brush, because that will do most of the work. I promise you. Good brushes, you ain't doing a lot of work. It's more like, oh, got it on there, go on to the next task, right? That's what we want to know. So you guys can see all of the concealer, all of the contour is evenly blended in. There's no harsh lines. We're getting all up in there. So when I'm setting my face, again, I like to use a blender, a beauty blender like this that has a point that I'm not having to work hard for. I can just lay it on the face and keep going. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking my Fenty Banana, and I am just going ahead and laying this so we can go ahead and set that concealer. I'm gonna do that pretty soon after you put it down, after you're done with all the nice little details. You're gonna just wanna put that down. If you guys are wondering why do you need to put it down so quickly after you're done, you can't move on to your face, because you wanna make sure that when you are taking that setting powder onto your face, that, you know, your concealer is still a little damp. If you let it get too runny, or if it's your actually a good example of a concealer that dries down pretty matte is Elf's concealer dries down pretty fast and you can't really move it. So you gotta be a little bit quick when setting. So if you like where you've done everything, you know, you just wanna quickly get in there and set everything. Okay, so now that you guys can see I got my face on, I'm ready to start. I'm gonna go in with my old school Renaissance palette, guys. I haven't used this in so long. I'm actually excited, and it's actually really embarrassing. Like, can you see that I haven't really touched her? So we're gonna put our hands on her today. So I'm gonna create a really soft glam look. I wanna create the everyday, so I know you guys have these colors available to you. So I'm gonna start really soft. It's gonna be a really nice look. I'm not gonna make this difficult, I promise, guys. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna go ahead and start with this color here. Can you guys see her? I love this color as a base. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start in with a base color. And I'm just gonna begin to go side to side under this bone. I'm not gonna go in brow. That's not the goal. We're gonna go underneath that eye bone right here, and we're gonna keep packing on because you want it to be noticeable because it is your base color. We're not gonna add any more to it, right? So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna add this base color, make her stand out. I wanna make sure you can see me. I'm actually going to go ahead and kind of give myself a cut crease with this color because I like it so much that I really want it to stand out. So what you can choose to do before applying your base color is you can go ahead and take eye primer. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm using. This is my eye primer. I'm gonna go ahead and let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and put some on now, actually. Why wait, right? I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit to my brush, as you guys can see. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm actually gonna pack it out. It's a little bit too much on my brush and I don't wanna overwhelm my eye and ruin what I started. So I took a little bit of the eye primer off. And right in here, I really want this color to stand out. So I'm just adding, what I'm doing is I'm creating where I want my eyeshadow to really stand out, which is the center of my eye, where everybody looks at you, right? Go back in with this beautiful color here, and I'm going to pack it onto the eye like such. Can you guys see the big difference now that you're looking at it? I know you guys are like, oh, that doesn't even look like the same color she started applying, and that's the Beauty and, you know, eye primer. It will really make your colors stand out, and I like it because this is matte. I don't even really need any shimmers because it's doing all the work. So I'm gonna go ahead and just make sure that I'm blending out seamlessly these lines that cut creasing will give you. I don't like cut crease too much, so this is why I am blending it all out. I'm making it look very cohesive, in unison. They know that they're together. Okay, we don't want anybody looking different from somebody else right now, especially not on our face. Like, no thank you. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep working this in, and then we're gonna go ahead and move on. I'm gonna go ahead and stay in these colors with the Renaissance palette. The Renaissance palette is gonna get all play in this. So we're gonna go ahead and let's just take it a little bit darker. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it just a little bit darker with this shade here. Sorry guys, I'm holding it weird. So with this color here, I'm gonna go ahead and apply it in the corner of my eye, right here, just to give it some definition. I don't want it to look boring. I don't want that. So I wanted to give it life. I want you to know it's on my face, right? That's what we want to see. We want to see all those colors come in and be beautiful. guys can see, I got dressed a little bit here. I added my falsies because I just love to give my eyes just a little bit extra of a pop. I'm gonna go ahead and add some bronzer now because I haven't bronzed yet. I'm gonna be using my Fenty, and I'm gonna start in with my nose here, and I'm using Cocoa Naughty. I really like Cocoa Naughty. It's a very nice neutral color. It's not too harsh. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start right down the bridge of my nose, and then I'm gonna add some also to my cheeks, like most people, or at least I hope most people. So that's what I'm doing. And we're gonna go ahead and take some onto the cheek. I don't have, actually I'm gonna go ahead and use this brush, and I'm just gonna add it to the cheek. I'm just gonna softly, again guys, this is just more of a natural glam look. I don't want to do too much, you know, this was me just trying to, you know, really get out the house but still look good doing it. This is what I'm gonna aim for. Matte colors, a little pop of shimmer in the eye. I'm gonna just go ahead, take a little bronzer, run it across the perimeters of my face, and I'm gonna take some bronzer down the jaws here. Give it just a bit of a shadow, no double jaw. We don't want no double chins, not a double jaw. I can't get that, but you can definitely get a double chin, right? Don't want those problems right now. Okay, I'm trying to get rid of mine. So I'm gonna go ahead again, just back and forth motions along the perimeter of my hair. You know, anywhere that naturally my skin will get tanned, that's where I'm going to add my bronzer. And so what I'm gonna go do is go back in with my Cocoa Naughty from Fenty, and I'm gonna make sure that these lines are nice and crisp the way I like. I do tend to like even more blend this out because I don't want any harsh lines. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is now really pay some attention and blend out the bronzer on my nose. And I want you guys to see that I really do take my time and blend out, you know, the bronzers and the concealers, because really streaks are just, it's really not cute when you have streaks in your face. It's very noticeable, and I know when I'm like sweating or something like that, like that's when it tends to happen. So I want to take my time and making sure that my face is building up properly and I'm setting it the way that I want to, so I don't have to go back, right? So I'm gonna go in with Becca. I'm going to go in with Topaz, and we're gonna just give me some highlight right in here. Can you guys see that? So pretty. I love Topaz. I'm gonna just keep going a little bit here. We're gonna do the other side as well. I'm gonna go in with Sweet Brown. That's the color that I'm using onto my cheeks. I love, love, love this color. I'm just gonna staple it. It's such a loose powder that when you move it too much on the face, it kind of makes it a little crazy. So I'm just gonna staple it onto my face, as you guys can see here. It's so pretty. So let me talk to you guys while I'm doing this about my hair. If you're wondering what's in my head, it is crochets, and I'm always changing my crochets out because my head is sponsored by Be Famous hair, and I absolutely love it. But this color, guys, I've never had this color. It was really, really a lot for me to do and put it in my head. I haven't had a color like this in like the 12th of never. So I pretty much cried and complained about how much I didn't want this in my head. Be Famous Beauty, I'm surprised that she just hasn't got rid of me yet. She's like, you cry about all these colors and then you love them. Just learn how to be quiet and humble and love them. Because now that I'm getting more and more into colors, as far as my hair goes, I'm learning to work new looks, and every time that my hair changes, because again, I have no control over it, but every time my hair is changing, I just feel overwhelmed because I feel like this is not gonna work. I'm not that girl. This is not gonna work, and I have to get over myself and just accept the process. It's not easy when you're feeling like you're losing control over your head. I'm not gonna lie. You guys let me know if you like this hair on me, if I should keep this up. If this is like one of those don't do it again, let your girl know. If you guys are feeling this, let me know. I really wasn't. I'm still adjusting to the color. I love the curl pattern, guys, so don't get me wrong. I love, love, love the curls. I love the way that it just flows. It's very light too. I didn't pack like a whole lot of hair, so when the wind blows, it really blows me away. It's like hair everywhere. I didn't want it to weigh heavy, so I like the fact that it has a little weight to it, but it's not too heavy on my head. But yeah, I just had to share that with you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and start on my lips. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys love this look. It was very simple. I know I didn't do a whole bunch of crazy colors. I kept it really simple, something I would normally wear in and out the house very quickly. It was really easy to stay in one palette, which is this Renaissance palette. I don't always reach for it, but clearly your girl will be reaching for it more now. This Renaissance palette, honestly, I got years ago, and I just kind of forget about it because I'm always buying another palette or, you know, something like that. I'm really happy I went back to it because it's such a soft, simple glam look. Like, I would do this all the time, you know, if I had somewhere to go. Quarantine. Can you leave us now? We're kind of over you. We get it. We're over it. Okay, I'm done counting days. Sorry guys, sorry. I'm gonna wrap this up with you guys. I love you guys for watching. Thank you guys so much for just staying tuned, being supportive. I mean, I've truly, on this journey, I haven't gotten a lot of support, but you guys make it worth it. You guys make it easy to come back and be on this channel with you guys. It is never easy, but you guys make it a joy to be here. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys again. Until next time.